scenes of VH1 The Surreal Life, watch wild footage and see photos that we took in the house. Log on only at VH1.com.
And on the eighth day, God said, "Let there be light." Camera. Action. And Charlton Heston stretched out his hand over the sea. And Jesus Christ became a superstar. And God filled the air with smoke from his cigar. And Jim and Tammy Faye went into the world's living rooms and preached the gospel to every creature.
Amen.
And verily did Stryper sing with the Spirit. And when the people cried out for more,
they think I'm insane.
yea, he delivered his brave heart unto them. And it was good.
Shut up, Buddha.
Next, VH1 News presents Religion, a Pop Culture History. In 2004, the Bible hit the big screen.
Passion of the Christ.
It was a day of reckoning for religion and pop culture.
When the movie finally came out, it was like one of the biggest openings ever.
Oh, it was powerful.
The Passion has added another record to the hype.
I'm almost speechless.
People like a good story. What better one than the story of Jesus Christ?
I'm numb.
Maybe better than Spider-Man. I don't know.
Entertainment Weekly wrote on the cover, Ken Mill Gibson survived the Passion. And I was like, yeah, if he can get out of the way of that mountain of money that's threatening to crush him.
Every time I come around your city, bang, bang.
Maybe I'm a genius.
With the Passion, Mel Gibson tapped into a spiritual longing that had been building since September 11th.
People tend to, when their reality is shattered, reach for things beyond their reality to protect it. It kind of makes people go back to their knees, to whoever they pray to.
While some doubted Gibson's genius, no one questioned the more than $600 million the film brought in. The surprising commercial success inspired Hollywood to embrace religion like never before and begin peddling it to the masses. Suddenly, religion was everywhere.
Who's down with GOP? Who was that?
From the big screen and beyond, the Son of God was on the A-list.
Yeah, I think Jesus has become a superstar of the day.
Jesus is a little hot right now.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go.
Jesus even became a hip-hop all-star when Kanye West rapped about religion in Jesus Walk.
God, show me the way because the devil's trying to break me down.
Now, my thing is, I feel like religion is made to make something understandable for the masses. Maybe that's why it's called mass.
And some say it's religion's mass appeal that shot Kanye and his song to the top of the charts, and to 2005 Grammy wins for Rap Song and Album of the Year.
The hustlers, the killers, murderers, drug dealers, even a stripper. Jesus walks with them to the victims of welfare. Feel we living in hell here. Hell yeah. Jesus walks with them. Now here we hear that song, that line right there. Man, I know some people that hated to hear that.
Kanye West is a perfect example of the blending of the spiritual or the sacred and the secular. In the lyrics of the song, he said, "My dream is to walk into a club and hear everybody sing Jesus Walks."
Next time I'm in the club, everybody's screaming out.
And that's happening? That's crazy to me.
You got to be very skillful in promoting God. You got to Steven Spielberg it a little bit. You got to make God look cool. You got to dress him up, hat on him, you know.
Or put Jesus on a hat. Or a shirt. The Son of God has never been cooler. So cool, he's Hollywood's recent fashion statement.
This is the print that pretty much made us famous. Jesus is my homeboy. You can see it. He's a multi-ethnic looking Jesus.
When LA T-shirt company Teen Millionaire featured the most ancient of icons on its newest line of products, it had all of Hollywood talking and buying.
The next thing I knew, we were seeing Pam Anderson wearing it, Ashton Kutcher wearing it with the Jesus is My Homeboy hat. You can't underestimate the power of celebrity.
When it comes to religion and celebrities, nothing comes close to the Judaic juggernaut known as Kabbalah.
It's like the hottest thing going in Hollywood right now. All the young stars are doing it.
Kabbalah is sort of sexy.
Historically, Kabbalah was anything but sexy. Before the red strings hit the red carpet, Kabbalah was an obscure branch of Jewish mysticism known only to religious scholars. The Hollywood version of Kabbalah, as preached at Rabbi Philip Berg's Kabbalah Center, would be nearly unrecognizable to those scholars. It's more of a spiritual quick fix.
I wouldn't call this Jewish. I call this the Barnes & Noble self-help section. I mean, it's very, see the light, wear a string, have some water.
And nothing makes Kabbalah more pop than its booming Hollywood flock.
Madonna is the poster child for Kabbalah.
The material girl turned spiritual girl has been Kabbalah's most effective recruiter both on stage and around Hollywood. She reportedly was turned on to Kabbalah by comedian Sandra Bernhard. Madonna passed it on to her husband Guy Ritchie and to Britney Spears. Demi Moore signed up too, and her boyfriend and his friends.
There's a little bit of a bandwagon effect with Kabbalah.
Kabbalah is the latest in a long line of spiritual quests that have enraptured the Hollywood elite. And like Scientology and transcendental meditation before it, it has been dogged by controversy. Critics say the Kabbalah Center in Hollywood, which has pulled in millions of dollars, is more interested in selling you its products than saving your soul.
You buy the books, and then you buy the crystals. You can spend a lot of money.
There's this Kabbalah water, which they claim can cure cancer.
It's gone through a blessing process.
And for protection from the evil eye, you can buy a red string for $26.
That's a string that's been blanked at Rachel's tomb. That's not bogus, as they say.
But perhaps most attractive to Kabbalah's Hollywood clientele, the promise of immortality. The Kabbalah Center claims to hold the secret.
Kabbalah says that if you restructure your DNA constantly, there's a way that that DNA could last forever. That is the essence of what immortality is.
That perhaps is one of the reasons Madonna likes it so much. She is in her mid-40s, so maybe longevity is appealing.
In spite of controversy, the growing Kabbalah movement has proven that wrapping religion with celebrity endorsements is breathing extended life into the marriage of religion and pop culture. Coming up, a former child star is born again as an evangelist.
This website is my attempt to help people to think clearly about the issues of eternity.
Okay, so do you think you go to heaven or hell when you die? Hell.
And later, a Baldwin brother takes God to the extreme.
We got a whole new generation of born-again Christians worshiping Jesus Christ.
Next on VH1 News Presents Religion, a Pop Culture History.
Sounds like April's gonna be loud. Sounds like people are gonna open up.
It's a real place in my heart, man.
Sounds like you're gonna get an earful. Sounds like VH1, a whole month dedicated to music, featuring storytellers Green Day and Bruce Springsteen, Metallica, Some Kind of Monster, and a live concert benefiting Save the Music, plus a new musical highlight every weeknight, and new editions of your favorite shows. All April long, sounds like VH1.
Yep. Looks like the drain is clogged. Only one way to fix it. We're gonna have to tear down the entire house.
What?
If you had a problem with the kitchen sink, you wouldn't tear down the entire house. So why dismantle Social Security when it could be fixed with just a few moderate changes? Reform is necessary, but diverting money into private accounts is just too drastic. Could add up to $2 trillion in more debt and lead to huge benefit cuts. For more, visit AARP.org. Paid for by AARP.
It may start with a look. It may start with a sound. It may start with a feel. It may start with a drive. Or it may just start with a great offer. Visit your local Mercedes-Benz dealer for a special lease offer through Mercedes-Benz Credit on the 2005 C230 Sport Sedan.
For years, I've wondered if the stories were true. There is a legend of a treasure that claims all who seek it. But on April 8th,
I can't ask you to go this alone.
one team will have to unravel the clues. CIA? No, to make a discovery that could change history.
Let's go!
Sahara. There's no way that should have worked. Rated PG-13. Starts April 8th, only in theaters.
911.
You'll hear from the suspect,
My wife fell down the stairs.
the defense attorney,
Everyone knew they loved each other.
the prosecution,
Mr. Peterson was bisexual.
the escort.
What were you all planning on doing?
Having sex. The only person you won't hear from is the victim.
She could have easily found out that night.
That's not who he held himself out to be.
There's no murder weapon. There's no motive.
Mike Peterson's life is a lie.
Was it an accident or cold-blooded murder? The Staircase. Adopt Day series premiere, starting Monday, April 4th, only on Sundance Channel.
Come on. You would look great with highlights. Do them yourself. The new Highlight Styliste from L'Oreal. All it takes is a half hour and a sink. Home highlights have never been easier or more beautiful. New Highlight Styliste for shiny, luminous highlights from L'Oreal Paris.
Can't sleep? Why take a PM with an extra medicine if you don't have a backache or headache? Unisom Sleep Gels has the same amount of the same ingredient to help you fall asleep with no extra medicine. Unisom, it's all you need.
Call it a night?
Yep. Come on. Coming through.
Thank you. Thanks, man.
Oh, yeah. They've got a little captain in them. Because at the end of the night, they do whatever it takes to get home safely.
Next time you drive.
Drink responsibly. Captain's orders.
Hi, it's me, Kirk. Welcome to the Way of the Master. If you are a Christian, please click yes. If you're not a Christian, please click no. The Bible says that they'll spend eternity in hell.
You might recognize the evangelist behind this Way of the Master website. It's Kirk Cameron. In another life, he was Mike Seaver on Growing Pains. But born-again Cameron found his true calling after the show went off the air in 1992.
This website is my attempt to help people to think clearly about the issues of eternity.
Cameron joins a long line of people with faith who use pop culture to share their message.
I want to help you overcome your fears and give you tools so that when you share your faith, you'll know exactly what to say.
The Way of the Master website will, I think, really give people information that they can chew on and come to an informed decision about how they want to live their life.
And on his companion TV show, Kirk takes his message directly to the unconverted masses.
I ask you 3 questions, you got to pass the test, okay?
But if you get kicked off this reality TV show, you don't even want to know the consequences.
Have you ever lied? Yeah. Okay, so do you think you go to heaven or hell when you die? Hell.
The Way of the Master is a Christian ministry and a television program designed simply to teach Christians how to communicate the message of the gospel in its pure form, without watering it down or sugarcoating it.
Nice to meet you guys. Thank you.
Cameron, of course, isn't the first evangelist to use television as a pulpit.
The PTL Television Network presents Jim Baker! Tammy Faye Baker! Jim Baker!
Oh, it's nice to have you here. In the 1970s, televangelists like Jim and Tammy Baker brought the pulpit to the living room and combined the message of the Word with the entertainment of the world.
Tell someone today about Jesus.
Remember, God loves you.
God loves you.
Remember, God loves you. He really does. Bye-bye for today. By the end of the 70s, the Bakers, Jimmy Swaggart, Oral Roberts, and Jerry Falwell were spreading the word to over 13 million viewers every week, turning humble ministries into empires.
People will watch television and won't go to church.
Friend, we've got to be on television and beam the gospel into one of those needy hearts.
So don't forget, send your pledge in this month. We were as much on the cutting edge as any show in television. We outdid Johnny Carson many, many times. We were watched more than he was. And I think that's pretty awesome.
Lord, I thank you for the answers today. Amen.
TV evangelist Jim Bakker lost his ministry following his well-publicized affair with West Babylon's Jessica Hahn.
I learned how much I loved my husband.
Money, fame, and religion proved a potent mix for the Bakers and their TV brethren. By 1988, the televangelist empire had fallen. The leaders turned their electronic pulpits into confessionals for their sins.
I have sinned against you, my Lord.
The scandal has left followers of Swaggart stunned and somewhat angry.
They were hypocrites. And so it made all Christians look like hypocrites. And I think that's why it was a black eye for the church. It was a very dark period.
But where the televangelist's hard sell backfired, over the decades, a lighthearted, colorful approach to selling religion through animation proved a lasting success. In 1960, the Lutheran Church began incorporating Christian messages into a claymation series about a boy named Davy and his talking dog Goliath.
Is it like you said, God forgives us because he loves us?
Right.
You can't buy forgiveness. And kids loved it.
They were clay figures moving around like Gumby. Did I care that they were stories from the Bible? No.
I had a Jewish boyfriend who explained to me that he watched it every Sunday morning. Really?
Baby.
Today, those who grew up with the moral lessons from Davy now can turn to America's favorite fake family, The Simpsons, who consistently dish out real religious messages.
Here's a family that says grace at meals, that goes to church every Sunday, that reads and refers to the Bible.
They go to church but don't like going to church. But they go to church because they have to. And there are so many people that can relate to that.
You know what I really hate about church? Those boring sermons.
I couldn't agree more.
The Simpsons has always tapped into faith as a theme, and it's funny because they really walk that line between faith and irreverence.
In the blue corner, wearing white trunks, El Savior Christ!
While The Simpsons walk the fine line of faith and irreverence, the writers of South Park have no problem stepping over that line.
Our theory is if it exists, then you should be able to make fun of it.
Jesus, Santa's sleigh was shot down over Iraq.
Santa? Is he all right?
We don't know. They lost all contact with him.
We have to get him out of there.
Do you know a way?
Yes. Yes, I think I do. Lock and load. We're going in.
We rip on religion plenty because there's plenty to rip on because there's such huge, massive belief systems, but we never come at it from like, oh, we hate religion. In fact, most times it's more of a positive.
Yeah, I think religion's good. Religion's great.
You're all a bunch of Judases!
One of my favorite episodes we ever did was called The Super Best Friends.
The Super Best Friends!
We actually had a sort of hall of justice where Jesus was there and like Joseph Smith from the Mormons and Muhammad was there.
Muhammad, the Muslim prophet with the powers of flame.
And Buddha, and it was just all the leading figures of all the religions that were superheroes out there fighting crime with little wristwatches so they can talk to each other.
And they had to fight David Blaine.
Yeah.
Not so fast, David Blaine. Jesus, Super Best Friends.
They just, in the most aggressive, outrageous, hilarious way,
shut up, Buddha,
debunk so many of the hypocrisies and the pieties of people that describe themselves as religious.
Oh my God, lick your penny!
While South Park satirizes what those before it preached, all have made God a major character on television and a potent force in the daily life of pop culture.
Remember, God loves you. He really does. Goodbye for today.
Coming up, Christian rockers put the pedal to the metal.
Scream it like you mean it.
Next on VH1 News Presents, Religion, a Pop Culture History.
It was slamming. Music. I mean, you know, he had his own style.
What? Music, baby.
Pop culture. What else is there?
Behind every bad boy rock star is an amazing woman. Or two. Or three. Billy Joel's classic beauty.
She's gorgeous as ever, and she always will be. Heidi.
Seal, sexy supermodel.
What makes men attracted to supermodels?
Usher's feisty female.
Angry? You can't have this butt. That's the butt, of course, you want.
And so many more. VH1 and Blender Magazine present 40 Hottest Rock Star Girlfriends and Wives. Premieres this Friday at 9. Read about it in the April issue of Blender.
It may start with a look. It may start with the sound. It may start with the feel. It may start with the drive. Or it may just start with a great offer. Visit your local Mercedes-Benz dealer for a special lease offer through Mercedes-Benz Credit on the 2005 C230 Sports Sedan.
On April 1st, in a city ruled by corruption, my employer will seize this neighborhood. Heroes will rise. It's time to prove to your friends that you're one of them. We haven't even started yet. Sin City, rated R, in theaters everywhere Friday.
In this high-pressure go world, it's hard to find time to eat healthy. Well, at least it was. Introducing the Fresh Fruit Bowl and Cup only at Wendy's. Honeydew, cantaloupe, pineapple, and grapes. Served with a low-fat yogurt dip and made throughout the day. Nothing like a fresh idea to get busy people's attention. Wendy's, it's better here.
Bermuda shorts starting at $12.50.
Yep. Looks like the drain is clogged. Only one way to fix it. We're gonna have to tear down the entire house.
What?
If you had a problem with the kitchen sink, you wouldn't tear down the entire house. So why dismantle Social Security when it can be fixed with just a few moderate changes? Reform is necessary, but diverting money into private accounts is just too drastic. Could add up to $2 trillion in more debt and lead to huge benefit cuts. For more, visit AARP.org. Paid for by AARP.
If you've got 30 days, you can get closer to the body you want when you get into Bally Total Fitness. In just 1 month, you'll see results. Stop sucking it in or covering it up. Real change can happen in 30 days, and you'll want to show it off. Lose inches and pounds, gain muscle and strength, but you've got to get into Bally to feel it for yourself. And in 30 days, you'll see a difference. How to get started? Call Bally Total Fitness today and join for just $19 down and only $19 a month. Not happy after 30 days? We'll give you your money back. No other club makes that guarantee. Bally has everything you need to create your ideal workout program. Motivating classes, personal trainers, and a free trial online weight loss program. This month, it's about you. Your body, your Bally. Join today for just $19 down and only $19 a month.
Call Bally at 1-800-293-2016.
Once upon a time, Christian music was everything people expected it to be. Nice, gentle, heavenly, and always inspirational. People since the beginning of time have gathered in song to revive the spirit. But that was then. This is Creation Fest, a 3-day outdoor event that attracts 60,000 devout Christians every year. On a farm in Pennsylvania, they come to camp, to play, to shop, to pray, and share the love.
Yeah! Now scream it like you mean it! I will go!
But most of all, they come to rock.
These Christian rock fests have been going on for years and years and years. They're sort of like Woodstock for the Christian sect.
People are amped up, people are even moshing, but there's no beer, no one's laying in a pool of their own vomit.
Get those hands up in the air!
Well, you might not see this band, Audio Adrenaline, on the pop charts. They're stars on stage here.
Our goal is that we connect with the audience, number one. But more than that is that they have an experience with God.
Audio Adrenaline is a group that's been huge since I was in high school. Their following is youth group kids, and they'll pack out shows everywhere they play.
And they've been around long enough to see a major shift in Christian music.
Back in the day when we first started, there was an industry joke that they called it JPMs. It was Jesus's per minute that you'd have to mention in your single. That's totally gone now in Christian music.
That's the way we like it!
Sales of Christian rock CDs shot up 38% between 2000 and 2004, fueled by bands that have cut back on the overt preaching while embracing the rock and roll image.
Are you ready?
We would be one of the more aggressive acts they would have on like a main stage type.
Skillet's hard-edged sound, combined with their subtle Christian lyrics, have helped the band cross over to the mainstream and gain a 2005 Grammy nomination.
You have a Christian band that'll sound exactly like Linkin Park, or you have another one that'll sound exactly like the Beastie Boys, or exactly like Tupac, but they're singing about God. The marketing's gotten better, the music's gotten better, so it's just gotten a lot more scabby.
This Lollapalooza-like atmosphere is a dream for Christian marketers. Bad boy turned born-again actor Stephen Baldwin came to Creation Fest to peddle his extreme sports DVD for and about Christian kids called Livin' It.
What is living it? Living it is a movement. Living it is a ministry.
Livin' It taps into the latest trend in Christian marketing, wrapping religious values and messages of faith in a cool package for teens.
We believe that Living It can be like a really radical, cool, edgy Christian brand. Hey, look, man, times change, people change, things change. We got a whole new generation of born-again Christians that are praising and worshiping Jesus Christ in very new, radical, and edgy ways. Let's see how loud you can scream the name of Jesus. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3!
And it's happening all throughout pop culture. In spring 2005, the Bible's apocalyptic final chapter will become a blockbuster miniseries on NBC called Revelations. The Crusades will be replayed on the big screen in Ridley Scott's movie Kingdom of Heaven. And when Backstreet Boy Brian Littrell releases his first solo album, it will be on a gospel label. Inviting celebration or controversy, there's no denying religion has moved firmly into the pop culture mainstream.
People have needs.